All right, everybody, welcome back. I'm going to get this thing started real quick. We'll just turn it on and see what we get. I think I got this audio thing dialed in a little bit better now, so hopefully the dynamics end up being a little bit better. Basically, I think that the cheaper Logitech microphone was activated more than my upgraded studio microphone. But we'll figure out how this goes moving forward. I'm going to move up the frequency. Right now we're going to be tapping into a 963. This is a crown chakra energy. Pineal gland, which essentially in the crown chakra, it's Sahasrara in Sanskrit. That does translate to like this 1,000-petaled lotus that represents like ultimate consciousness of thought, and it is at the crown of our head. It's obviously represented by purple, as you can kind of get the feel for like a lot of the little subtleties about these frequencies and the graphics and visualizers that they play with them. It's obviously for a reason, right? It's to cultivate something innate within that frequency. It's to create this space. Like, please just, as you move through this, if you've never done these before, understand what chakras are all about. For some reason, I'm kind of brought to this, like, let's start at the top frequency, even though by Kundalini standard, if you're not familiar with the word Kundalini kind of represents all this built up energy that we have as like our seed elements, right? Like, and that's all at the base of our spine. And gradually the chakras, the primary 7 chakras that we're aligning with, they begin from the bottom to the crown. So being there in this field of frequency, what we want to do is become available. What we want to be able to tap into is something even beyond our conception. This like really building a bridge to something that brings our possibilities to the forefront. Maybe not right now, but if practiced over time, with the right pursuit, with the right practice, the right conditioning, and the right habits, that we might create that possibility eventually. So yeah, like it's outlined here. This is from Healing Frequency. Let me tap over here and we'll look at this real quick. Healing Frequency, 102,000 subscribers. Go ahead and throw a subscription on them. I've already liked it and added it, I believe, to my LSMR. Let's see if I save that. Yeah, it's in my LSMR meditations. So please, also in the links in the description, like whatever we're using for content, those links should be in the description below. If they ever aren't, then just let me know in a comment. And I want to make sure that we obviously respect the creators that create these frequencies for us and allow us. This is a 2-hour video. The soundscapes like laid over, and the upload time and the time it takes to build these is impeccable. So always show you the love. But nonetheless, as we tap into like kind of the awareness of the crown chakra and begin to maybe prepare for our own personal meditation, I invite you to meditate with me this evening. Again, I don't know how long this will take. However long it does take, however long until my eyes wake, just to bring something to the forefront, whether that's like a job, it's a relationship, whether that's something that you really just otherwise probably wouldn't even try for today. Just dig deep, take a moment to do so. Because it's in reaching to like, why do we do these things? Why do we meditate? Why do we do this? For the attainment of enlightenment, for this like elusive experience in this world, this divine joy. Well, in this phase, if we ever get there, is where we would find the greatest possibility ever in being of ultimate service to our fellows, perhaps. Because what we do is what we love, and what we love hopefully starts to become more inclusive instead of exclusive. That our practice might emanate from the way that we speak, the way that we choose to react, the way in which we show up and behave when we're asked to do things that we might not even want to do, or step back from things that we might not instantly want to step back from. We might become open to accepting things beyond our own control, to tap into that broader collective consciousness that involves not just myself as an individual, but all of everybody and everything, maybe even everywhere. And it's at this phase and this frequency that no matter what time you find this video or what phase of your meditative background and experience, that you might be able to notice in this a shudder, a feeling, a tenseness to a certain part of your body. Most notably, like perhaps in your throat. I have always had a tendency to close my throat, for example, like to keep it closed, which is recently opened. Maybe a headache, earring. If you're having any sort of chest pains and your heart palpitations, maybe a churning in your stomach, perhaps lower back pain, hunching over. It could even be as low as your feet, though, your legs. And as those things really surface, just take note, make adjustments, do what you need to do for this to be as beneficial as it can for yourself. Because the whole purpose, as I've come to understand, is the balancing of these chakras so that we stop resisting the growth, we stop resisting the ability to become something broader, bigger, more impactful. Not for the sake of being impactful, but for the sake of not being useless in this world. And I do hope that you might consider continuing with me going forward, but for now, let's move into this, as this is my personal dialogue, this is my personal hope and desire that I can build something of value over the course of the coming days and weeks, possibly months, that we can kind of tap into something routine and invite you to fellowships and groups and things that might bring you a broader perspective and a better practice for your mornings, afternoons, or evenings in the realm of meditations. And eventually we open up things in terms of course, broader spectrum stuff, literature, philosophy, history. We can go in any direction. As new people come into the channel, new people want to engage with the topics at hand, and we'll allow whatever happens to happen. For now, we stay still. We allow what is happening to happen right now. As we begin to close our eyes and sit back, I'll begin to fade out my voice as I just begin to coax and prompt and push and nudge you into somewhat of a relaxed state if you're not there already. You might just imagine a white ball floating at the very top of your head. This white ball of energy that just seems so small but so powerful. This white ball that seems to be so disconnected from me. But slowly and gradually, as I sink into my breath work and start to concentrate on my breath, The slow inhale till my lungs are completely full. And the gradual exhale as I release all that tension in my body. That this white, almost purple, royal color of light just comes down and gets bigger as it approaches me, as if a star was coming down to earth to take me over. And as it begins to take connection with where I am, who I think I am, when I think I am, that thought might overwhelm my consciousness, overwhelm the impulse for me to desire anything at all, except for this. As I stay conscious just to my breath, I start to allow myself to ease the tenseness in my forehead, if there is any. I begin to loosen my eyes. I begin to recognize that my ears are wide open. I can hear everything. And as we take a moment then to just breathe more through our nostrils, is there any resistance to the left nostril or the right nostril? As I continue to breathe, is there any resistance in my throat, in my tongue, in my mouth, in my jaw, that might prevent me from saying the most appropriate things, the most honest things? As I take a conscious moment to open up my throat, not to speak just yet, but to observe that I want to speak, that I want to express myself. Still, as it falls down, this light begins to take over the whole of my head, and my thinking becomes more in line with this light, this presence. And I'm overwhelmed and I'm overcome. And finally, as if an ocean fell from my throat, it falls and bleeds all over my heart. And as my heart begins to spread, it spreads to others, and I take awareness that it's not just for myself that my heart beats. My heart beats for those that I love the most, those that have come to my aid, those that have answered my call, those that I want to keep close. And I'll take an extra moment here in my heart to accept those that I haven't wanted close, that I have kept at a distance, and those that I need to do more for. And again, as we take another deep breath, on our out breath, we send great intentions and good intentions to all those people. A specific person perhaps, but always for the collective and broader whole. Because it's with them that we become happy. It's with them that we experience joy. And it's with them we truly live. And yet still, as we sink a little bit lower, the things that find pits in our stomach, the things that we've resisted might come to our consciousness. The things that we have not yet fully embrace, to swallow whole, to accept. We allow our power and our personality to become. You take awareness of some flaws, perhaps. We take awareness of some agitation. Recognizing that perhaps I should take care of myself a little bit more. Whether it's by eating a better meal, or just eating better altogether, by drinking more fluids. In what realm of personal care and self-care might I be able to enable myself to become a little bit more powerful, a little bit more impeccable? As we still fall from there, recognition that I am but a very small fraction of people in this world, but I have a purpose. And here, just below my belly, I recognize that as this energy is now completely taken over me, that I can create something, that I can express myself, that there is no reason to not accept, to not be willing, to not enable and assist. That I can create some great work and have some driven purpose. That I too will not waste today or any day. I will not waste any moment ever. And finally, we take awareness by recognizing where we are, when we are, and who we are. Inside of your head, take a moment to state your name, the year, your parents, your location, get specific. Who do you think you are? What do you think you deal with? And recognize that you're here. You've always been here. There's nothing more necessary than just being here in this space. Alone or otherwise. Alone is just a concept. Recognize now that I'm never alone. But I have much to grow. Let's take a moment to allow this first white light that's now transformed into all the colors to recognize and observe like the relaxation that's taken place over the course of our bodies. If there is any more resistance throughout your body, make note of it now. Where is it? Is it in your shoulders? Is it in your heart? Is it in your stomach? Is it in your lower back? Is it in your feet? Take a moment to adjust and relax and find peace. Find a good position. There's no right way to meditate. There's only the right intentions and the proper attention to breath, to stillness. Allow myself to express myself, perhaps to sing, shed the noise that plagues me, that distracts me, that keeps me from being my most authentic, useful, actual self. Thank you for allowing me to take you through a bit of a guided meditation. We're going to do a little bit of continued work here as I go into silence. Please keep your eyes closed and concentrate on your breath. And know that this is why we meditate. To become aware of the resistance and where we need to put more effort and attention. Enjoy your meditation. any level, at any capacity. Please take note of your accomplishment in doing so. Recognize any discomforts, perhaps even as you wake, as you do come to, and take note of anything is possible. With the right intentions, with the right patience, with the ability to be courageous, and finally rest in an accomplishment of finding something you may have not otherwise ever found before. If that did not happen for you, do not beat yourself up, and recognize that this is but a practice. This is but something to get better at, something to improve upon. And I do hope that this assists you in whatever way it does. In any way whatsoever is good for me. Thank you again for joining us today in this extended sit of guided meditation from the 963 Hertz. Crown chakra, pineal chakra, Sahasrara chakra, 1,000-petaled lotus chakra, a purple crown, collective, universal. Have a great rest of your day, night, or morning, and we'll see you next time. Blessings and peace be with you.